I love the hammock. That was cool.
Just ran on.
Someone ran over. What?
Oh, you can't scroll up.
What? Okay.
All right, y'all, let's be real. Most new construction in the Triangle lately feels like a giant game of Tetris. Houses are stacked right on top of each other with barely enough room to open your car door, and you're definitely looking in all of your neighbors' windows as well. But today, Becky and I are taking you somewhere that actually prioritizes space.
Welcome to Serenity in Fuquay Varina, North Carolina. I'm Becky Durant, and this is Sam Coe, and we've spent a lot of time in this community lately because it's one of the few places around here where master plan doesn't mean crowded. Hey guys, before we dive into the floor plans and the trails around here, if you're thinking about making a move to the Fuquay or Raleigh area, grab our free triangle relocation guide in the description below. It's the best first step for your journey.
Yeah, that's definitely a great resource. Okay, so we are going to do a deep dive today. We're going to talk about builders, school zones, the HOA breakdown, and why this place on the south side of town is becoming the it place for people moving from out of state or even just moving down here from Raleigh.
Sam, even just a couple of years ago, to some people, Serenity may have seemed a bit too far out, right? But now everyone's starting to catch on that it's very strategically placed. So we're just situated just off Cokesbury Road. So you're really away from the heavy 401 commuter crawl that hits Northern Fuquay every single morning and afternoon, which is really great.
Yeah, exactly. You're about 8 minutes from our historic downtown districts. And remember, Fuquay has two, the Fuquay side and the Varina side. You've got Aviator Brewing, several coffee shops, and the Mason Jar Tavern, all within a short drive from here.
And for the logistics-minded buyers, you're only about 35 minutes from RDU International Airport and about 30 minutes from downtown Raleigh. But here's the kicker. The I-540 extension is now moving into its final leg toward completion, so your commute to RTP is going to drop significantly in the near future, which is why property values in this specific zip code are looking so strong. Y'all, if you want to move into an area where your resale potential is going up, this is it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we also have to talk about schools being a big draw here for families moving to the area. Currently, the neighborhood is zoned for Harnett County schools since we are right on the county line between Harnett and Wake. And this is really going to often mean lower property taxes compared to central Wake County, roughly about 59 cents per $100 versus 65 cents plus, if you're in Wake County. But we're still minutes away from all the Wake County amenities. Yeah. And we do have lots of school options that aren't necessarily public. There's charter schools, private schools. So if, that's on your radar, that's definitely, you have options down here.
Yeah, those property taxes make a big difference on your bottom line.
Okay, let's talk about Serenity Hall and the Juniper House. This is not just a room with a treadmill here in Serenity. The developers, Freehold Communities, they were really focused on wellness-inspired living. So the clubhouse has a modern industrial vibe and a huge gathering space for neighborhood socials.
Yeah, so great. Yeah, and outside of Serenity Hall is a place locally referred to as the Barnyard. It has the swimming hole, which is designed as a social hub for the entire community. And this is a junior Olympic-sized pool, y'all, with a kids splash zone, a separate adult lounging area, and tons of shaded seating. So you can really spend the entire weekend right here. The outdoor life is the real meat here. They preserved a massive amount of natural acreage, and there are over 3 miles of multi-use trails. So as you can clearly see, these aren't just concrete sidewalks. They wind through the woods and connect to the Hammock Grove.
Yeah, I love the Hammock Grove. It's literally a dedicated area with posts and trees specifically for hanging your hammock. It's so quiet back there. You've also got the adventure playground for the kids, which uses natural materials like wood and rope rather than like the bright plastic you usually see on playgrounds. It really blends into the forest.
So if you're loving the vibe of this neighborhood and video so far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We do walkthroughs every Wednesday of different houses in different areas, and we do videos every Friday, so you're up to date on all things in the Triangle. All right, now let's get back and talk about the community garden. They have raised beds where residents can actually farm their own vegetables, which is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I love that.
I love that part. It creates this like agri-hood feel that is very trendy right now in this area, but actually very functional here too.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about sticks and bricks. Inside Serenity specifically, they have what they call the Serenity Dream Team, a group of 4 builders that handle the core of this community.
So first up in that core group is Weekley Homes. They have a huge presence here with 3 different collections. You can find their cottage collection starting in the 340s all the way up to their park collection, which features those big open concept plans and 3-car garages starting in the 530s.
Then you have a builder called Pointe Homes. They're actually managing Altis at Serenity, which is the dedicated 55 plus active adult section. That's actually where we are today in one of their model homes here in Altis. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
They actually have 9 different floor plans across 3 collections. They've got the Grove, the Pines, and the Meadows. And prices are ranging from anywhere about $400,000 to up to $700,000 or so, right?
For those looking for a modern executive feel, Drees Homes offers beautiful options and 1- and 2-story plans on larger home sites. And if you want that ultimate luxury experience, ICG Homes is the custom builder for Serenity, with stunning estates typically starting from the 850s and going up from there.
Now, you might see also builder names like D.R. Horton, Garmin Homes, Mattamy, or Pulte active in the immediate Fuquay area around us. They are definitely heavy hitters in this zip code and great options if you're looking nearby. But the names we just mentioned are really your primary core dream team for Serenity itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, price-wise for early spring, summer 2026, entry-level options start in the mid to high 300s for those cottage-style homes. But for a standard family home or luxury executive lot, you're looking at that $500,000 to $850,000 plus range.
Yeah, and a quick note on the HOA here, it's roughly $90 to $125 a month, which really covers all of those resort-style amenities we've mentioned, plus the maintenance of the common areas and all the trails here. And specifically here at Altis, the 55 plus community within Serenity, those HOA fees are gonna run a little higher, around $245 a month, because they cover a truly no maintenance lifestyle and have lawn care included here. So it's also worth noting that Altis has its own dedicated private amenities, a resort pool, a clubhouse, fitness center, pickleball, and their own trails. All the good stuff in a no kids zone here.
Yeah. Sometimes you just don't want to get splashed in the face.
Yep.
And we were actually just talking to Katie, the on-site agent, or one of the on-site agents here at Altis, and she mentioned that this is really, like, the trend is really becoming this multi-generational family hub in Serenity, because you've got the 55 plus neighborhood, and then you've got the other side with multiple options and styles. So you can have several family members, if you want, living in, kind of under the same neighborhood umbrella, which is pretty cool. Okay, so who specifically is Serenity for? Well, it's really for the person or the family who's tired of that concrete jungle. It's for those of you that want your kids to grow up exploring the woods, but still wants a resort-style pool, or just to be close enough to amenities in the greater Raleigh area.
I think Serenity is also for the smart investor. Fuquay Varina is one of the fastest growing towns in North Carolina, and buying into a master planned community like this early on is usually a very safe bet for equity.
So if you're ready to see some of these model homes or homes that are being built in person, or if you're out of state and want us to do a private video walkthrough tour of a specific lot or home, just call or text us 919-213-1580. Don't wait. This phase in this neighborhood is really moving fast, and they're building out.
Yeah, a lot of folks are getting in here. So if you are interested in Serenity or elsewhere, you can also always email us, info@dreamteamrealtync.com, or visit our website to see every active listing currently available in Serenity. So we will handle the heavy lifting on the search for your move, and you can actually be serene here in Serenity.
I'm Becky Durant.
And I'm Sam Coe, and we will see you in Fuquay.
See you next time.